As you can see by that sign right there, I just got off of the Met's Willets Point stop on the 7 train. This stop on the 7 is a pretty big one. It houses Citi Field, the site of the US Open every year. But the reason I'm out here is not to come to Citi Field or Arthur Ashe Stadium, but to come to Flushing Meadows Corona Park. This park is the 4th largest park in New York City and twice has been the site of the World's Fair. That was its original purpose. It was built for the 1940 World's Fair and then back again in 64, 65. First landmark stop here in the park is going to be the New York State Pavilion. I think you may recognize this building.
So these are real flying saucers, and the World's Fair was just a cover-up for their landing.
Why else would we hold it in Queens?
When the buildings were new and still functioning, that big circus-looking pavilion building actually had an amazing roof, and the whole floor was a mosaic of the state of New York, all of its cities, all of its counties, on the floor in tile. It was beautiful. And the towers actually had elevators that you could go up and enjoy the view of the park and of New York. Unfortunately, the building has sat sort of derelict and unused. There is a group of people trying to maintain it and propose to use it for something else, reopen it, but those things cost money. And money is hard to come by sometimes. The cool thing is that they occasionally do open up the pavilion, not the towers, but that circus pavilion looking area for people to come in and look around. I actually did it 2 years ago. It was one of my very first vlogs. You can check that out here. I'd recommend it because even though it's old and run down, it's still very cool to go in there. And you don't get to do that. Most people don't get to do that at all anymore, so check that out. But let's continue moving. The sun is setting, and we still have to see the Unisphere. The Unisphere was created for the 1964-1965 World's Fair, and it served as the symbol of the World's Fair, which was right at the beginning of the space age, as they call it. And the symbol was there to represent the unification of our planet as a whole, as one singular thing, Unisphere. This structure is gorgeous. I can't imagine seeing it new, with all the lights on, the fountains around it. It's becoming winter, as you know, and as you can tell. So the water fountains are not here, but it's cool because you can walk up and stand below this. And I actually have a photo from down below here from the last time I was here, from the first time I was here. It's pretty far back on my Instagram, but if you can find it and comment on whether you like the photo or not, first person to do so, I'll send some Check Out Jacob stickers too. I'll give you a hint. It's far back and the photo is in black and white. So if you can find that, be the first person to comment, I'll send you some stickers. Oh, just look at this. Goodbye, Unisphere. It is getting darker, which means it's getting colder, so it's time to head back to the train. This park is huge, as I mentioned before, and this is only a very small part of it that's related to the World's Fair. I will be back to explore the rest at some point in the near future. And as I mentioned before, the first time I came here, I explored a little bit more of the park. So just click that I on the screen if you want to see that video. This is great. I hope that you enjoyed this short, quick little tour of Flushing Meadows Corona Park. If you visit New York City, you should definitely come here, put this on your list if you've got an extra amount of time and things to explore. It's worth it. Thank you as always very much for watching. If you're not subscribed, click here, do so. Only more videos like this to come and more travels in the near future. And if you want to check out my last video, you can click here. Thank you as always very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.